Hi everybody, thanks for tuning back in. Today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the much maligned, the very controversial G.I. Joe Classified Series Falcon. Let's see if the one that I get inside of my package is as bad as everybody else says that he is, or if it's just a little bit of lipstick removal and we're good to go. Alright, let's take a closer look. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. All right, here we have Falcon. Just taking a closer look at the package, and I gotta tell you, I really love the design and the colors of this package. Maybe not so much this artwork, not the biggest fan of it, but I love the design of it, and I love the color choices. It looks great. Up there on top, we have number 64. You can see where there's some spot varnish on Falcon's artwork here, and in the paratroopers, and on his artwork right there. Since I'm using my phone to record, I can't scan these in and tell you what his different stats are. The artwork is really nice, goes around here on the side and then here on the back. We can see that the figure is 6.3 inches tall. You can see everything he comes with, and these look like digital renders. And again, we have the his stats across the bottom. Vincent R. Falcone, or Falcone, however you want to say it. Is this guy related to Falcone from Batman? Don't know. Possibly. All right, let's get this guy opened up. Oh, you know, these plasticless packaging, guys, these windowless packages, we never know what we're going to get. I did find this at my local GameStop, so again, I don't know what their return policy is for action figures. So we're going to see what we got in here. And this is only my second plasticless, windowless packaging that I've gotten for a G.I. Joe figure. You know, we just took a look at, toward the package. There we go. There, we've got Falcon right there. And yeah, he does have that strong, very strong lipstick paint across the lips. But yeah, let's get the package out of the way. We do have this box of accessories, which we'll get into. But there you have Falcon, and other than those lips, man, he's looking pretty nice. I do see a little paint splotch right there underneath his hairline, but nothing major. Let's get this guy opened up, get his accessories out of the package, and let's take a closer look. Okay, here we have Falcon opened up out of the package. We got all of his accessories here on display. We'll start with his backpack and his, I don't know if this is necessarily like a radio inspired backpack, but we have this nice large antenna up here. You can see he does have knife storage right there, so we can bring the knife in and put it right there. It looks really nice. The color of the knife, as you can see, it's got a little silver paint app to it. The color of the handle right there matches the color of his canteens and his rope. It looks like we have some straps or maybe some extra clips right there. We do see that it's got some nice texturing and detail, but not a lot of paint apps on this guy. This is, you know, one of the lesser painted backpacks that we've seen. He does come with a beret, and I was looking because I was pulling out some other Joes to compare him to, especially ones with berets, and I think this is an all-new beret sculpt. It hangs down lower on this side, and it has more of a loop here on the top, so this is not the same beret that comes with, like, say, Flint and Beachhead, and I think Stalker. Here's his shotgun, of course, and it's got some nice paint out and some nice functionality. We do have the pump right here painted brown. This just cast in this dark gray plastic, and then you can see some green shotgun shells right there on the top. This piece does have a tendency to want to pop off. It just pops right in, but this is so that you can extend out the handle and then extend out the shoulder support. So it's real loosey-goosey, doesn't want to stay in. I'm probably going to lose that thing on the ground. Maybe we can push this down a little bit, stressing the plastic a little bit, but maybe it'll hold it a little bit better. But there you have it. There's the shotgun that he comes with. Taking a closer look at Falcon himself, yes, he does come with all of the the same maladies that everybody else has already kind of talked about. Hey, there's the Joe what do we call that? The Joe Pro. We haven't seen that since Wave 1. Look at that. They put that on there, and has another little brown knife here on his webbing, and it's not removable. One of the really cool things that I liked that they did here was they put the bottom part of his fatigues on the webbing, so they're not connected in any way, so that it doesn't hinder articulation. That goes all the way around. So that's a nice little touch. Whoever came up with that, I don't know if that was Lenny, whoever came up with that, that was pretty brilliant, guys. Pretty good move. But yeah, he does come with the same, sort of thing that people have been reporting. Number one, the darker lipstick just looks very weird on him. Looks very, lips, the bad guy from Dick Tracy, if you guys remember that. And then his eyes do have a purple tint to them. I'm hoping that's showing up on camera, but the eyes are kind of purple. They're not really a blue color, but I think they were kind of go with that. They were trying to go for like that piercing blue eye look. But they just didn't really pull it off. But what we're going to end up doing is taking a little bit of fingernail polish remover and just take a Q-tip and we're just going to lightly rub that off. We'll probably do that in a separate video. We'll just leave the review for as the way the figure comes out of the package. The webbing is a separate piece, but I don't see anywhere where it comes apart so that you could remove it. You probably have to pop the arms off to get that off. You can see that his fatigues underneath are like a shinier plastic, whereas his butterfly joint and arms are more of a matte finish. I do like that they have the rolled up sleeve as the hidden bicep joint. That looks really nice. You've got the double pinless elbows so that you can get, double jointed elbows look really nice. I love the watch. The watch even has little arms on it. It's got a black watch face and little two little glow in the dark lights so that you can for the hand, so that you can see what time it is even in the dark. When you're got to know what time it is when you're parachuting into Cobra territory. The little bandana around his neck is a separate piece. It is removable if you pop the head off, but I love it on there, so we're going to leave it. And then you can see he does have the double pinless, double jointed knees, which are really nice, and they are super stiff. Boy, I do not want to break this leg. That is a super stiff joint. What's the story over here? Is that a little bit better? So my lower leg is moving over here. My upper leg is having a harder time. There we go. So you can get that far back. You guys have G.I. Joe Classified Series figures before this one, so we're not going to go through all the articulation points. But that's a super stiff joint right there. And I do love the webbing on his boots. That looks really neat. I don't know if that is standard for paratroopers, but it looks really nice. Now let's get the bandana, or not the bandana. Let's get his beret on, and man, that just really changes the look of the character. I mean, the lipstick still is a hindrance. It's still hard to get past, but boy, he does look nice with that beret on. We're gonna go ahead and, you know what? I want to get this out of the way so it just doesn't fall off. You guys, let me know down in the comments down below, because I'm not very savvy when it comes to military. Are shotguns standard for paratroopers? Is he a paratrooper? I'm assuming he's a paratrooper. I never really looked into it when I was a kid, but he's got a lot of paratrooper artwork on the front of the package, so I'm assuming so. Put this backpack on, and there you have it. There is Falcon in all of his glory. Now we are going to bring him out, not really for some size comparisons, but just for, bringing in some other Joes that also have berets. So we have Flint, who also has a beret and a shotgun. So there is Flint. We have our last beret guy to be released. We have Stalker. And of course, these guys are on clear stands. I got to get Falcon up on one as well. And then let's also bring in Beachhead. So there are all the beret band of brothers from G.I. Joe. So let's get this guy posed up into some extra poses under some dramatic lighting and some backgrounds and see how he poses up. I really like Falcon. Falcon is one of my favorite Joes from when I was a kid, mainly because he was the favorite Joe of my best friend Derek growing up. He was one of Derek's favorite Joes that I remember him telling me this. And one of the reasons why I think my buddy Derek liked him so much was because the old Joe toy had a little knot sculpted onto his, I want to say it was his right wrist. And I remember Derek telling me, hey, that's really cool. I've got that same knot on my wrist in the same position. And I think that's really cool. And so I think that might have been why. I think that simple little thing might have been why Falcon was my buddy Derek's favorite Joe growing up. But I also liked him too. I just thought he was really neat. I love the beret. I loved the bandana, the look of him. He was one of my, no matter what his role was in G.I. Joe, in my mind, he was part of like the recon team that would go out and scout in the jungle along with like Recondo and Stalker, and so like he was part of my recon mission. But anyway, so that's a closer look at the Classified Series Falcon. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate everybody who does so. Please remember to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that bell notification. Leave me a comment if you don't mind. It just takes a few seconds and it helps the channel out immensely. Also, you can check us out over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector for all the kind of behind the scenes stuff and toy hunts and little things like that, shorts. You definitely want to check out that content over there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. This has been the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.